In a shocking revelation that has sent tremors across political and intelligence circles worldwide, Paris police have disclosed the identity of the alleged paymaster behind the brutal assassination of South African political heavyweight, Nathi Mthethwa. The announcement, made during a high-profile press conference at the Paris police headquarters, has intensified suspicions of a complex web of international intrigue, covert political manipulation, and clandestine financial transactions that may have far-reaching implications for South Africa and beyond. According to law enforcement officials, the investigation into Mthethwa's murder, which has captivated global attention since the South African politician's sudden and violent death, revealed an elaborate financial trail connecting a shadowy figure with ties to both European elite and unnamed African power brokers. Investigators described the paymaster as highly influential, operating under layers of corporate and offshore anonymity, highlighting the difficulty in untangling the labyrinthine network that facilitated the killing. Sources close to the investigation disclosed that the payments were made through a series of shell companies registered in multiple countries, including Switzerland, Luxembourg, and Dubai. Every transaction appeared meticulously structured to evade detection by conventional financial monitoring systems, suggesting the involvement of a highly organized criminal or political syndicate. The police emphasized that the discovery of the paymaster's identity is only the beginning, with a larger operation likely orchestrated to manipulate political outcomes in South Africa. The revelation has sent shockwaves through Johannesburg's corridors of power. Analysts have long speculated about Mthethwa's deep involvement in national security and intelligence operations, and his sudden death left many questions unanswered. Now, the disclosure of a foreign-linked paymaster has reignited debates over international interference, hidden alliances, and the murky intersection of politics and crime. Social media platforms and political forums are ablaze with theories, accusations, and speculation, as citizens demand clarity on whether this assassination was politically motivated, financially incentivized, or both. Paris Police Commissioner, speaking under strict confidentiality, stressed that the investigation is ongoing and that the identification of the paymaster has opened new avenues for uncovering additional conspirators who may have facilitated the operation from behind the scenes. Investigators are reportedly working with Interpol, financial intelligence units, and South African authorities to trace the full extent of the network responsible for orchestrating the hit. Sources hint at upcoming arrests, though officials remain tight-lipped about the timeline and identities of potential suspects. Meanwhile, in South Africa, political factions are scrambling to respond. Opposition leaders are calling for an urgent parliamentary inquiry, while ruling party officials insist on a measured approach, cautioning against drawing premature conclusions. Analysts suggest that the revelation could redefine political alliances, shake confidence in national security structures, and potentially implicate individuals previously thought untouchable. Adding to the intrigue, unnamed sources claim that Mthethwa had been investigating corruption networks and clandestine deals involving high-ranking officials before his death, possibly making him a target for elimination. If verified, this claim paints the murder not merely as an act of violence but as a calculated strike to silence a man with dangerous knowledge, one who may have been on the brink of exposing powerful interests with both national and international reach. The international community is watching closely. Experts warn that if this network extends beyond South African borders, the ramifications could include diplomatic tensions, financial sanctions, and intensified scrutiny of offshore transactions tied to political operatives. Citizens, meanwhile, are demanding answers, justice, and accountability, with hashtags and social media campaigns rapidly trending, calling for transparency in what has quickly become one of the most explosive political mysteries of the decade. As the investigation unfolds, the world waits with bated breath for further details. The revelation of the secret paymaster is a pivotal breakthrough, yet it raises more questions than answers. Who truly ordered the assassination? How deep does the network extend? And can justice ever be served in a web so intricately designed to conceal its architects? The Mthethwa case, now entwined with international intrigue, clandestine financial dealings, and allegations of political manipulation, has officially entered the annals of modern political scandals, one whose consequences will be felt across continents, and whose truth may yet redefine the landscape of power in South Africa and beyond.